Are you tired of spending countless hours cold calling potential sellers only to hear that no after no after no? Realistically speaking, yeah, that's what happens most of the times, right? As a real estate professional, you know that finding motivated sellers is crucial, but the traditional approach, cold calling, referrals, networking, knocking at doors, that one that is quite outdated and inefficient. So in today's video, I'm going to share the success true story that comes from New York, where a real estate wholesaler transformed their entire operation system thanks to AI automation built by us. They were struggling with the same challenges you might be facing right now: endless cold calls, missed opportunities, and expensive team of virtual assistants monitoring the CRM 24/7. But all that, we came inside, we analyzed it, we just fixed it. Efficiency. So if you stick through, in the next 10 to 20 minutes, we're going to show you all that we've done for these real estate wholesalers, how we're able to revolutionize the business, solve most of the problems that this industry is facing, which are hours wasted calling unqualified leads or missed opportunity due to slow responses time. I know VAs are very important, but they're still humans. Perhaps they might not be able to handle a huge volume of people, or when they're phoning or when they're on the call to somebody. I know the lead just replied, and it takes them like 3 to 5 minutes to get back to them. And by the time they do so, business is gone. High cost of maintaining virtual assistant teams, inability to respond to leads within the crucial 1 to 2 minutes mark. With this AI system, we respond to them in 30 seconds. Obviously, we don't make it too short, like 5 to 10 seconds, because that's like unhuman. But we keep it like between 30 seconds to 1 minute to respond. And manual monitoring of CRM and messages, all that we're going to cover in this video. Here, if you want to read my mind map, you can. If you don't have to, because if you haven't seen one of my previous videos, we went over our client acquisition system that's built up in this funnel. So in this specific case, for this real estate wholesaler, he didn't need the full client acquisition system because he didn't get his leads from social media or by paid advertising or just organically. He was paying for pre-foreclosure leads, pre-foreclosure lead list. My apology, pre-foreclosure lead list. And he was, double checking them, uploading them into the CRM, go high level. And then from there, blasting out a sequence of a drip campaign, first message, hi, so-and-so. I saw that your property in here. Are you interested? Are you taking offers right now? Are you taking bids? And depending on the response, if they responded, it was going to go to internal automation. Actually, I'll show you after the old system and the new system how it works out. But in this case, they didn't need the full client acquisition system. All they needed was from this part onwards, which is the AI assistant prompt. So the AI assistant, if you haven't seen this video, I'll link it probably somewhere up here, I think. If not, just wait till the end of the video. You'll see the video link down there. I don't know how to do it. No, YouTube, tech savvy. So all they needed was the AI power, and we managed to just tailor it according to the business. And right now, I'll show you how it works. And I'm back like I never left. So due to privacy concern, obviously I'm not going to show you the entire campaign or how it operates, but I'll try to describe how it used to be before I came and just did a few changes. So let's say they added the trigger, enter it inside this workflow. So the lead comes in, it goes to day one message. It's going to be like, oh, hi. Actually, I'm not going to show the message. But you already described the type of message. You need some messaging. Hi, so-and-so. I saw that your property in so-and-so. Are you interested in taking an offer for this property or whatever? If they replied, we know it was going to go straight into the trash pipeline. If they replied with yes, then from there, a VA would get a notification. And from there, they would have to come inside the chat and interact with them to ask further qualifying questions. And then after the question, the call to action was to be like, oh, do you mind if I call you now to discuss further? That's how it was operating. So it was mainly heavily relying on VAs, seeing that notification, coming inside the CRM, and from there, continuing with the chat, calling and securing the lead to see if they're actually interested or whatever. So that takes a lot of time. Let's be honest, that takes a lot of time. And the number of VAs this current client had, it was between 3 to 5, if I'm not mistaken. However, they sent a huge amount of SMS every single day. Huge. The pipeline is huge, humongous. So now you can just add it up, VA talking to somebody else. Then a lead said, yes, I'm interested. But a Harvard study, if I'm not mistaken, or MIT, a link to one of my other videos says, if you reply within 30 seconds to 1 minute to 1 minute and a half ish, you have 400% more chances of not closing the deal, but at least keeping the interaction going. If you wait 5 minutes onward, the chances goes down 400%. So that should tell you a lot. So now what we did is we came up and I did some couple changes with the AI system. So before that, let me show you how the AI system works, and I'll tell you how we managed to incorporate the in the drip campaign and how the full procedure works. So we got different triggers. So the first trigger is from the test workflow. Okay, so as I was saying, the first trigger is whenever somebody from this workflow comes inside and replies with anything except a no, which is positive. So let's say we send the first message to me, for example. I say, yes, I'm open on taking offers. So that goes into the positive branch. Then the positive branch will give them a tag, AI bot. And as soon as they get that tag, they will get sent into the AI workflow, which is this one. So that's the trigger number one. Whenever they come in, if is a client reply, they go into this one. Then we get a webhook. A webhook is just a fancy way. I don't even know how to explain it, but it just gathers all the data from that interaction they had and sends it somewhere else. The somewhere else, we send it into make.com. I'll show you the automation after. Then on make.com, we generate a response with ChatGPT and some fancy workflows, and the response gets sent back. And when the response comes back, it triggers this, which is bot replied, which is a custom value. Now, whenever the custom value gets updated, it goes back into the conditioning and gets in here. It gets a number of mathematical operation +1, just to be like, okay, it's recording that it's actually valid. And then the reply goes back to the original sender. They sent the first message as an SMS, and that goes as a reply. So in simple terms, we start the campaign, we send them a message, hi. I reply, yes, I'm interested. As soon as I reply, I get a tag, AI chatbot. The tag will send me to this workflow with the AI brain. I will come in, go into the first branch, custom webhook, gather information, send it to AI. ChatGPT will analyze it, create a response, send back the response. The response come back from this branch, goes in, and I set the reply. So for this client, as of now, we're still testing it out, but we're asking 4 major questions: number of bedroom, number of bathroom, any repair made, and if so, when, and the condition of the house. After those 4 has been asked, the major one is to get a VA to know that this client or this lead has answered those questions. And now perhaps it's time to call them. So as soon as we do so, the AI will send them out, okay, thank you for this. If you like one of our operator assistants to call you, just reply with call me or anything along those lines. And when that happens, we have a special trigger that analyzes the replies from the client. And if anything aligns to call me or call me now, I'm ready for a call, they will get into the automation, go into the condition, and go in this branch. So in this branch, they'll get the opportunity updated on the pipeline, remove all the tags to just avoid the AI chatbot, like re-engaging them by mistake. Add them a tag, which is stop bot, and the stop bot will make sure anything with stop bot doesn't go in any workflow. And then send an internal notification, both as a message and both as, if you're using Go High Level, it will send you just like on the app a notification, be like, so-and-so is ready to call. And it's something very simple, like contact name has shown interest on receiving an offer and they're ready, call them now. Cool. So that's how the workflow ends. Now, let me show you how it happens in the backend. So as I was saying already, the webhook just gathers data. I'm not going to open it. Then it shows phone numbers and information, privacy stuff. But the data comes in, then I make it wait for 10 seconds. You don't want to reply straight away. Then it's going to be wait. For example, you reply to this number at midnight because you just, I don't know, pillow talking with your wife and you remember that somebody texted you about your property, for example. And you get a reply after 10 seconds, you'll be like, that's off. At least a minute. Make it slightly more natural, even though you ain't. Then we go here and just to make sure that if the number is new, just record the number to the spreadsheet and then update the history. Then it goes into the ChatGPT workflow. I can show you the prompting, the question, and what it's supposed to do. Okay, so your name is so-and-so for the business. I'll hide all this information. Call to action. I'll show you the question you're supposed to ask. So ask this 4 main question. How many bedrooms does the property have? How many bathrooms? What's the current condition of the property? Would you say the property needs a lot of work or is it average condition, good condition, or very good condition? And have any repair been made? And if so, how long ago was that? Here, just a couple more variables to make sure that the AI knows not to ask double questions. For example, ask it twice. Just a couple more things to make sure. And this is the ending. So thanks for answering my questions, Abdul. I'd like to, if you like one of our team members to give you a call and discuss, please reply with call me now and we will do so. So this is how it works out. It gets analyzed, then it goes back into the Google spreadsheet. the history gets updated, then it just sends back a reply to go high level. And that's how the whole automation works out. Now, going back to the original drip campaign, if day 1 nobody replies, they'll simply go into day 2, which is wait for 2 days. After 2 days, going to send another message. We're like, oh, we messaged you last time, we didn't get no reply. Are you still interested in whatever? And then he just waits. If a reply happens, same thing as this. It gets sent into the automation. It gets the AI tag chatbot. AI bot tag. Sorry about that. Then it goes into the AI automation and everything starts again. And now that you kind of know how everything works in the background, so the brain, the skeleton and everything, let's try it out. Now, back like I never left, it's time to test out the system. This is my dummy phone number. You can try message me in there. I'll never see it probably. It's one of them apps I just paid to get random phone numbers and everything. So here we are. We can assume this is a client from a lead list paid for. So all we gotta do to start the automation is go on tags and type start bot. As you can see, start bot. Once we press that, you will see the initial message come through. Couple seconds. Here we are. Okay, so I received it from my end. Hey Abdul, how you doing today? My name is Joanne. Note you're placing undefined. So undefined is going to be a custom value for the address of the prospect. Was wondering if you're taking bids. I could be like, hi Joanne, yes, I am open for offers, and reply. So once I reply, I think we can see the automation going through. So this is in the background in make.com. Let me make myself slightly smaller. As you can see, we got the webhook. The webhook catches all the information in the reply, then it sends it through. It makes a delay of 10 seconds. Then it reroutes it. It sends it for a spreadsheet to make sure the phone number exists and the information is valid. ChatGPT creates an answer. Then it updates the Google spreadsheet with the history. Then I get the reply. And if you can see in here we are. Great. I'd like to ask you a few questions to get to know the property better. How many bedrooms does the property have? 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms. Reply. Live. As you can see, now it's going to do the same thing again. Now I'll show you, this is what happens in make.com. So here instead, so what happens is every time customer replies, it goes to condition and it goes straight to the webhook. Then the webhook sends it to make.com to get the elaboration and the reply. Once the reply gets sent from make.com back to go high level, it comes to bot replied. Bot replied is a custom variable that gets updated. And here the trigger is if bot replied, custom value gets updated. It's going to go through here, the mathematical operation, and then sends back a reply to the original sender. So here we can go back. It's going to be, okay, thank you for letting me know the property has 3 bedrooms. Let's move on. How many bathrooms does the property have? The property has 2 bathrooms. Okay, so I made my reply. Here it came in, the property have 2 bathrooms. As you can see, same operation in the background. It's going to come in, elaborate a response, send it back in here. Once the response comes through, it's going to come through this one, go down here, send a reply. Let's wait just a couple seconds. Okay, great, got it. What's the current condition of the property? Would you say it needs a lot of work? Is it average condition, good condition, or very good condition? I'd say is in good condition, to be fair. Reply, usual workflow. It's going to come here, do his thing. Let's just stay here, wait for a reply to come through. So as I was already saying, this client handles a huge, like here we can see 9,913 conversations started. So if you're able to make most of this conversation go through this chatbot system, obviously now I need to see if it can handle what's the limit of volume the webhook can handle. And if it's too much, I'll just break down. So give me a second. We're going to talk about this very soon. We're going to break down these into multiple ones for every single phone number they have, because they currently send through like 7 or 8 phone numbers. So every phone number is going to have their own automation and their own processing method. Now let's go back. Thank you for sharing. It sounds like you're confirming the property is in good condition. Have any repairs been made to the property? If so, how long was that? We changed the roof tiles about 1-2 years ago, except from that, nothing else has been done, for example. So here we changed the roof tiles about 2 years ago, except from that, nothing else has been done. Now, this is the 4th question. And after that, it's going to come up with a call to action to give me. So let's just wait for the reply. Thanks for sharing the information. If you'd like one of our team members to give you a call and discuss your property further, please reply with call me and we'll get in touch shortly. So as I was telling you, as you remember, if you're paying attention. Here in the prompt, wrong side. Here in the prompt, at the end, it's gonna ask us this specific question and tell us call me. If I was to reply with call me, it's gonna go through this automation. So it's gonna be customer replied. However, if the reply contains call me or call me now, I'm ready for a call, it's gonna go through this trigger specifically. Then it's gonna come through the conditioning and go through the call me now branch. Then what it's gonna do is gonna update the condition, update the name in the pipeline. So put it from interested into call me. I will remove every single tag because we don't want the chatbot to like re-engage them when they already done everything. So remove start bot, remove AI bot, and give them the stop bot. So anything that has stop bot is not going to trigger any automation. Then the last thing, internal notification. So if you're using Go High Level, you already know the app. You're going to get internal notification say so and so has completed the whatever workflow and they're ready to be called, and an SMS. So the simple, open it. Contact name has shown interest in receiving an offer for the property, then the address, call them now. Very simple. And after that, that's it. That's the end of the workflow. So as you can see, we went through it. If I was to reply with call me now, it's going to trigger that, then trigger some other automation. I'm not going to do that now. But you saw how the interaction is literally going. So initial, as soon as a reply comes in, if the reply is positive, this gets triggered. If the reply is not, I'm not interested, or this is the wrong person, or wrong address, or who is this? The who is this, you can trigger it too. Who is this is not necessarily a bad reply or a not interest reply. And then from here, you can see. Now, if I was to do like some conservative maths, obviously I don't have the specs, but let's just assume this can save you more than 50% of the time that you will spend initially to qualify leads, because you're not really doing it manually. You're not sending manual text. Even if you use drip campaigns, it's still way more qualified leads. Reduce your VAs times, reduce VAs costs. So instead of having like 5 to 7 VAs, you can just literally have one. They just sit down and wait for the bot to tell them, call this guy. Then you can see an increase in lead qualification. Qualified leads conversion. Sorry about that. Increase in qualified leads conversion. Response time is as fast as 30 seconds. Literally. So now just a simple recap. Systems like this, in this case, is for the real estate wholesaler, but in my original video for the real estate agent, they was asking for the system. So real estate agents, wholesalers, investors, if you're not in the real estate niche, this can still work for you. Even if you are let me think of something. If you're a lawyer that needs to pre-qualify the leads for personal injury claims, if you're a mortgage loan provider that needs to pre-qualify prospects and see if they're first-time homeowners or whatever. If you are a plumber that needs plumbing jobs in Arizona, if you are an accountant, for example, if you do epoxy flooring, I've been into epoxy flooring in the last 2 weeks. It's quite interesting niche. Epoxy flooring for manufacturers or huge companies. This can still apply, because don't only look at it as, okay, it's qualifying real estate leads. It's the brain behind it. You're using AI to handle this on your behalf. And also, it works 24/7. Speed to lead, speed to lead. One huge problem they face is, I don't want to say 99% of niches or businesses, but a huge amount of them is the speed to lead. For example, in this case, they don't get leads from websites, but if you're getting most of your leads from a website and they can only call customer service between Monday to Friday, between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. What if they want a quote at 7 p.m. on a Saturday? They won't be able to. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to look for something else. They want to look for someone else that's able to provide that. And if they don't find somebody, they're just going to give up and forget about it. Like, if you have a way for clients to come in, get an answer 24/7, no matter what day and what time, this system can even be implemented on websites. We have a solution for this. If you go at doublechainmedia.uk, you will find our services, or even I can show you that later on. But we provide systems like this that are able to help businesses convert already existing traffic or advertising traffic. In this case, he has a lead list. We implement this into businesses and skyrocket conversions. If you already be looking for system like this, or you actually just want to know more about system like this, or perhaps you're trying to see if this can be implemented into your business, you can just go down in the description, press the first link. It's going to go straight to my website, or you can send me an email, or you can contact me anywhere you find me. Abdul Samvidi on LinkedIn. I'll see you later.